Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roy's Tie-Dye Sci-Fi Corner. This is episode number 298, and we are talking about Abnormal Fixation, Season 2, the web series this evening. And with me, joining us, I have a great group of folks that are out there, starting off with the show's creator, writer, director, producer, and actor, Kenneth Muir. And he's also joined by his wife, Kathryn Muir, and also joining, and I should say Kathryn is a star in the show as well, and also joining our stars, Chris Martin and also Alicia Martin. And I am very excited to have you all on. So welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Roy.
Yes.
Thank you, Roy.
Love the opening montage.
Oh, I loved it.
It's
great.
All my favorite stuff.
Yeah, no, those are the classics. Those are. I hate to use the word classics because it makes me feel like so old.
I know, right?
Yes.
That's when entertainment was good.
Yeah, I know. I'm like 60s, 70s, 80s,
Yep.
and then here in between. But it's stuff. It's shows. It's web series like Abnormal Fixation that makes 2024, 25, and 26 really cool. So I am so excited about having you back. So with that said, the show is in its second series right now, second season, and episode 6 was just released last Wednesday. I'm sad to say that there's only 2 more episodes remaining, but it's been an amazing second season. So, I just want to talk about it and just go from there.
Two more episodes for now.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
And to make it worse, Roy, I think we're only dropping the 7th episode like this week, and then we're going to take some time off. And the 8th episode will be a couple weeks away. Or a month. It's a flashback episode. We're like, oh, we got to get people to come back. So we got, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be new content next week. There will be new content next week.
And you won't be disappointed. The 2 episodes that are yet to be released are actually really good. They're some of our favorites. Yeah.
That's right. Awesome. There was a very special day. That's all I can say is we filmed the one that's coming up this way. That's when we rented a church, and we were in that church. What do you guys? 8-9 hours.
Oh god! And I remember it was so hot in there. I was so cold.
And we just kept filming.
It sounds like it was a blessing.
It was. Yeah, heaven sent. That's right. Yeah.
I just want to welcome some of the folks that are out there, and I'm going to start with my wife, Sherry. She's saying hi to everyone.
Sherry. Hello.
She's downstairs. And I want to say hi to Randy, who's joining us from Wisconsin.
Randy, hello.
And May is joining us from Canada.
May, we love you. Thank you for the nice comments about the show.
Yes.
And Randy's saying hello to everyone.
Hi, Randy.
Randy.
Good evening.
So in regards to the second season, how has it been for you as far as just, with the production and as far as everything? And I want to say also congrats, 2 million views. That is sensational. That is amazing.
It was a big one.
Yes. Yeah. It took us, the channel before was Abnormal Fixation. It was my previous show, The House Between, and then the podcast or the audio drama Enter the House Between. So it's been around for 6 years. And it took us like 6 years to get to 1 million and 1 month to get to 2 million once Abnormal Fixation season 2 started. So, I'm just over the moon about it. It's like, wow, that's incredible. So super excited about that.
It wasn't just the number of viewers, though. John was tracking all of the statistics about how many people stayed for the entire episode and which sections that they really liked. And that actually was really encouraging because it showed not just people kind of tuning in going, hey, what is this? No, people liked it and they stayed and they, have been enjoying it, which is really encouraging. Makes us just want to do more,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we've also been getting a lot more interaction from the viewers.
Something
people are posting more, which we love. Please do more of.
Like today alone, like the channel had I know it doesn't sound a lot, but we had like 10 or 11 comments just today on YouTube. And that's really extraordinary for us because one of the stats, I shared with Chris and Alicia and Kathryn, is that something like 89% of the people who watch Abnormal Fixation, they watch it on their TV. So like that isn't conducive to leaving comments.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I mean, I don't when I watch YouTube on the TV, I don't leave a comment on a video. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really hard for us and really important, to get that interaction. So it's like, oh my gosh, I think we're
Really cool.
breaking through a little bit because it's so hard to get that. But the stats that Chris was talking about, like the second episode, that's where the one where Chris and I had our workout in his garage together.
Right.
that had something like it showed it had a phenomenal like 66.7% like retention rate, which meant like people stayed through the whole thing. And they were trying to say they'll tell you like this was a hype point, this was a hype point, and the exact wording from YouTube was that whole episode was a hype point. I was like
Yeah, I'm actually
yeah. I was gonna say it's watching Chris do those one-armed
Right. Exactly.
Chris, you're an inspiration.
My head touching the floor. What is going on there?
No, and I think that's great, John, that you measure and you track all that information. And Chris brings up a great point too with that, because a lot of times what'll happen is somebody will click on and they'll be there just for a couple of seconds and then they'll drop off. But where you're getting those statistics showing the viewership, and then you can actually break down everything, that says a lot in itself. So that's pretty incredible.
It makes me feel good. Something about. I mean, I think this. I'm just going to speak for myself, but I want to hear what everyone else says. But I think the second season was like a lot stronger. I mean, not that the first season wasn't strong, but the second season I think was a lot stronger. I feel like it was more consistently funny.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that way, Roy? There, well, I will put you on the spot, Mr. Host.
No, it's all good. No, you know what? With the first season and with any show, I think you're really establishing the characters and you're getting to know and have them develop.
Mm-hmm.
And these are characters I can honestly say, watching them, you really care about them on a certain level. And also you're very familiar with them because of the first season. So I think the first season really was like laying the groundwork, so to speak.
Right.
And and again, I've said it and I'll keep on saying it. I think everything that you all have done with that has been amazing. And it definitely, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's just that it really kept me in a good spot with everything that I was going through when I was going through everything. So I really, that just will be a part of me for, until, whenever. So thank you for that. And but I think with this too, and again, not to jump ahead so much and give anything away, what I love about the show, and I think it's reinforced with the second season too, is that you have where it's drama, you have where it's fun, you have a little bit of the absurd, but you also have the moral, the messages that are being conveyed. And that's really important. And then it goes back to fun. And then there's also the little things in between that just, I mean, and I'll just, I'll give away a little bit, but when you give with the point about the, where Dracula is talking about what's happened to the society and to the world. It's about, the likes and the loves. It's about, the memes and everything. And it's so true.
Yeah.
And Dracula 2.0. It's a vampire 2.0. I mean, again, I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just that, it really hits some on many levels. And I think that's what's fun about it. It's just that and I always use the example of MASH. MASH was brilliant in the sense that, you had a show which is like about 22 minutes, 23 minutes, and it could jump through all those different types of hoops. And when it did so, it hits all those points. And I think you're all doing that with this. And again, kudos.
I'll take that comparison.
I know, right?
Alan Alda.
It ran for 23 years.
That's right.
Or something.
11.
I do want to say too about the second season, like all of us, like the whole cast, the crew, all of us are really like critical about the work that we put into this. And so we're obviously, as we're looking at it, we're all giving each other constructive criticism as we go. And like one thing that John and Kathryn and Alicia and I were talking about yesterday is like, we could tell within the second season that a lot of things had improved. But because of that, I wanted to like take a second to call out our lighting and sound people and just the guys that did the production. You'll notice in season 2, man, they really upped their game in terms of the lighting and the different camera angles and some of the sound quality and editing. And like, man, they just really knocked it out of the park this second season. So I got to give them some kudos on that. And then like from an acting perspective, I feel like, during the first season, everyone was trying to kind of find themselves and find their characters. And I feel like the second season, everyone sort of relaxed into their characters. They kind of became their characters a little bit more, which I think made some of the like skits that we did in the show a little more believable and a little more. The characters interacted better. It was a little smoother. And so I just think that we're all really particular about the product that we're putting out. We want people to enjoy it and appreciate, what's, the acting and the production and all the different elements. So we're really just trying to up our game every episode that we do, but each season as well. So, I can't wait for season 3. Like it's going to be even better than the second one in all those aspects,
Slayer.
So yeah.
Well, I'll have conniption fits if I don't think it's funny. I mean, and it's really hard for me to gauge. It's like, it needs to be really funny, like at least, 3 or 4 times, 25 minutes. But like I wrote it, we've all acted in it. I've when I'm editing it, I see it a million times. I'm like, is it funny? Is it still funny? And then I watch it for people the first time and everybody laughs. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. It's got to be funny. That's the hard thing. And I feel like this year it was, it was consistently funny. So
it definitely flows. It flows so well. And to Chris's point, and again with the production, as far as not in front of the camera but behind the scenes, lighting is everything, and sound. I mean, everything. It's a team effort. Everything comes together. So, and when you don't even stop to think about those things, that's when you really know it's hitting. It's sad too, because we're all guilty of it. But if you see something like what's the movie that won the Golden Globe or Golden Turkey Award, John, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh, right. Yes. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Right.
Yeah. Everybody always remembers that film.
Yes.
And I was actually in a stage production of that where we were recreating that about 3 years ago and had to sit through that. And that film it's brutal.
It is. Yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, poor Bela Lugosi. I mean, and there's connection, but
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I'm fairly ruthless in the editing because everybody is so great in it, but it's like, it has to like kind of keep moving. And it's like, if there's anything that slows it down, it's coming out. It's got to come out. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so brutal. So like this year we have so much great stuff that just like didn't make it in. Not because it wasn't great, or not even because it wasn't funny, but just because like of where it was placed. It's like, you got to like time the joke and then move on, and then So there is an aspect of that. But I agree with what you're saying. I was just saying to Alicia and Chris and Kathryn last night, so like maybe on like about episode 2 or 3, I was out of my head and not thinking about like where's the camera, what's going on with the light, and I was just like watching it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even thinking about the blocking or anything like that. It's just sort of, it's happening and I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we've also become pretty close as like as a group, right? So all the actors, all the everybody that's acting in the show is a friend of a friend. Like we all kind of know each other and hang out, right? So it's just so much fun. It never feels like work to film with John, right? Because it just feels like you're hanging out with your friends doing something creative, right? You're creating something. So
you say something crazy, because that would be
it was work.
No.
I'll tell you. For a 50-year-old, that was a little bit of work. We cannot do 2 a.m.s.
Yeah.
The pool night at the ranch that was a late night.
Yeah, we were in the pool with Dracula still at 2:45.
Holy water.
In the holy water, that's right.
Yeah. That's right.
And it was sort of in the middle of nowhere, so it's like it wasn't like we could just like leave and go back to our house. And,
that filming location was really cool. Like,
and it looks great on
Yeah.
the film, on the recording. I think it looks beautiful. So, and it really was.
So in the chat, Randy was asking where we can find this. Randy, it's on YouTube. It's on a couple of the Roku channels as well. John, you would be able to answer this better than me.
Right. So we're on our first season is it's free on Fossum. And we also, if you go to Roku or Amazon, there's an app for Abnormal Fixation. Now, the second season has not yet been added to those venues yet, but we're right now both seasons are on YouTube on the channel for Abnormal Fixation. So, thank you, that's right. Thank you, Chris, for drawing our attention to that.
I was trying to get into the chat, and then I realized there's a whole bunch of stuff that's been put in here. This would be fun to answer as we go along, right?
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, Andy's joining us from California, so welcome, Andy.
Right.
And Jack is out there also saying
hi, Jack. Yeah. It sounds like something completely different. It really is. I mean, I think
definitely have to check it out, Jack. And Sherry commented, she said, I love the scene where the two of you were making an art of ringing the bell on the desk. When I go somewhere and see one of those bells, I almost feel guilty ringing it. So funny.
That's great.
And then she also said the vampire kept saying to Wake residents, and you kept making excuses to stay. So funny. Looks like you were having so much fun.
Great.
Yeah.
We had a great time doing that, and I know that. Well, Alicia, was I irritating you with the bell?
Yes. It was real.
Alicia can send me those looks.
Not naturally irritating.
I am naturally irritating, and when I play Elvis, like all that just bubbles out of me.
Right.
But it was so much fun. So, like, one of the things I did between seasons is I went back and I watched a bunch of Marx Brothers movies, and they always have some scene where they run into some sort of really humorless person who, and I would say it's in the service industry, but it's something like that, a hotel clerk or something like that. And, they just like are relentlessly sort of, dogging this poor person. And I thought we got to do something like that. We got to walk in and do, and one of the characters in A Night at the Opera, I think it was named Gottlieb. Yeah. So that's where I named the character Gottlieb, was from Night at the Opera. And we're going to go in there and we're going to hit that bell.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is that I'm so impressed by, and this is our sound designer, Tony, like the bell made no sound when we hit it. Right, Alicia?
We accidentally broke it on the way over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it an accident? Oh, I thought we did it on purpose. I don't even remember now.
That's great.
But so
someone fixed it.
Yeah, Joel fixed it. But then it still didn't work. So it's like,
see, I remember Joel tinkering with it. I thought that Joel made it stop working. No, he was trying to fix it. Okay.
So we were hitting it and no sound was coming out of it, and then we just added the sound later.
Tony added it in. That's great.
But it seems so natural when it was put together. I thought this is
all Tony Martin.
Mercer.
Sorry, Tony Martin.
Tony's part of your family now, you guys.
That's right.
Happy to have him.
Yep.
Yeah,
so Roy, what was your favorite episode? Hi, Lou.
Lou's joining us from Rhode Island. Hey, Lou. He said, I have to see this series soon.
Yes. Lou, make sure you like and comment and follow us.
Subscribe, like and subscribe.
We need it.
Like and subscribe. Sherry said that's even funnier. Lots of laughs, no bell sound.
So, Roy, what one did you like the best out of the group we had this year? And I know that's asking like specifics, or even what scene did you like? Did you think was the funniest? There
were definitely a lot of different scenes. I was cracking with when you brought the doll back, Tia. I'm gonna probably say the last episode was probably my favorite episode overall.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying
mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not a guest on this show. You're gonna break your tongue.
I know.
Yeah, 1 second and then boom.
So Joel had a great time puppeteering her. He's like the Tia Wrangler, and so what do you have her on, like some sort of like huge pole or something in the dark, and he's levitating her. She's coming around the tree and stuff.
Yeah. He loved it.
Yeah, he did. He said that was his favorite part of season 2 was wrangling the doll. Yeah, exactly.
Season 2 or season 1?
Well, she was in season 2 at the end where she went after God.
But like all the stuff with the pole and stuff, he was doing that in season 2 too. Okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But that's true.
He was doing it a lot.
He developed it in
it's like
season
around
1.
the stairs and like all the things.
Yes, that's right. And he developed like a drop mechanism for her where she would be floating and then drop with the pole. Like he'd turn a switch and just like come down. I was like, oh wow, this is like real special effects.
This is like a professional.
This is like professional production. What's going on here?
Sherry also commented. She said, "I also love the title of your show."
Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I was trying to have something catchy, and abnormal fixation, because it was originally like paranormal fixation, but they're all kind of abnormal people.
Now I have to ask: do you have a favorite episode yourselves, or do you have a favorite episode that you enjoyed the most filming, or a specific scene that you enjoyed the most doing?
All right, who wants to go first? Alicia, put her on.
Yeah. I need time to think about that one. Yeah, go. Don't do me first.
Season or for the first season?
So, Chris,
no, are you saying for our favorite scene to film, like for the second season or first season?
For the second season.
Second season. I mean, the scene where me and John are like doing in the garage doing the workout scene. Yeah. Like there was a bunch of like outtakes and like flubs that we like were laughing out loud. We had to quit filming because we were laughing so hard at some of those. So that was just a really fun scene to film. And then like after getting to watch it after production, and I watched it knowing full well what was going to happen, and I still laughed out loud. I was just like, okay, that was fun to film, even more fun to watch. So I like definitely sticks out for me.
So that moment, because I can just be so irritating. I mean, I was so insufferable, like just constantly doing the wrong thing. And at one point, Chris goes, "Get on the bike, John." It's like, yeah, I know.
Now I'm going to cut with another question, but it connects to what we're talking about. Is there a blooper reel? Will there be a blooper reel?
I mean, we do have bloopers, yes.
We have lots of bloopers, and some of them are hilarious. We've been asking John, but because we've been so focused on filming the show, we haven't had time to get back to that. But
yeah,
but now we have to farm content because like we did a great job last year, but then nothing kind of came out for a while. So our channel kind of dipped, and I said we can't do that again. Like we gotta so we're gonna have we'll have like compilation films and shorts, and we're doing some episodes of Elvis's podcast bragging about the paranormal. And so a blooper reel will be part of that. Like I am going to cut together like every Elvis brag fail in season 1 and 2, all the pratfalls and stuff like that. So we got to keep the momentum going till season 3.
All right. Okay. So I have to make another request within that blooper reel. So we have a ton of like filmed blooper reel stuff. Okay. The other bloopers that need to get put on there are just the audio, because we let our lavaliers like run throughout the day. We never stopped recording. So it got people eating. It got people going to the bathroom. It got people like having private conversation.
We should do like a poll. Like, can you name whose pee this is?
Whose pee, right? That's right. So you've seen them in the show. We all have those lav mics, and it's like nobody takes them off. It's like, so I've heard every single person urinate when I had I've heard everybody go to the bathroom multiple times. It's like,
man. Also us cussing you out under our breath in the bathroom.
Yeah, I heard every word that everybody said.
Private conversation, like whispered conversations between people because there's filming in the other room and we don't want to hear this.
At some point, Chris went across the street and talked to his neighbors for like an hour. And I was on the laugh.
That's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
the first thing I said was like, "Don't mind me with the cowboy hat and the boots." Like,
yeah,
that was
crazy.
Good.
Oh. How about you, Kathryn?
One of my favorite scenes to watch is Jess being Kira when she echolocates by scent. That I crack up every single time I watch that every single time. It just brings me great joy. I think it's hysterical.
The part that gets you is when she's talking to Blanche Butterfly Megan, and her eyes are crossed.
Yes.
She has to go to the bathroom and her eyes are crossed.
No, but the music swells and it's like she finds her. She becomes empowered by her echolocation by Sin. It just cracks me up to no end.
Why? It's so realistic that you don't do that.
Yeah, right? I love it. I want to find my own inner powers like that. Well, I love a season, and I do a whole lot of chatting, and I always love that. I enjoy every single minute of that because, for one thing, Alicia has all the heavy lifting, and all I have to do is say, "Tell me more." I thoroughly enjoy that.
Tell the audience.
Yeah, exactly. Explain that, Susan. Yeah, that's tons of fun.
That was Kathryn's condition for being in the show, right? That she didn't have too much
I'm
dialogue.
not a performer. You can tell by this.
Oh, you're great.
Oh, you do a great job, Kathryn.
I appreciate it.
All right, Alicia.
Yeah,
no more delay.
You're on. Tell us. What is your
Well, okay. So I don't know if I have a favorite episode that we filmed, but I love working with Leslie Kosser just because she always surprises me with what she's gonna deliver. So it gives me a chance to do some improv, which is always fun. And then this season I got to work with my son. So that was new this year. And that was really cool. That was really fun. It was also fun to watch him take direction, and listen to other people and ingest it and kind of spit it back out. And I was like, look at him, he's making art. Look at our kid. It was great.
Really well.
He did.
Yeah.
Austin was incredible.
He did a great job too. I was cracking with Kathryn was saying, I'm sorry, I'm going Alyssa. I'm going to mess the name up here. I'm Alicia. Alyssa. Sorry.
You do it in real life.
Alyssa is saying about, he says about getting something to eat or getting, you were going to buy him something. And then you're like, oh, get your ice cream. And then he's like, crypto.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. That was a fun scene. Actually, it was a good one. He was
He did a really good job.
Yeah, he really did.
One of my favorite things this year was so I have to say this about Alicia. She is an extremely poised and elegant and articulate person, and she's and that's always how she presents. And so of course we take her into a bouncy house.
Oh yeah, how can I forget that scene?
and she's got to be navigating this obstacle course, and she keeps falling over and over again, and
the ground is not stable, John.
She's just tottering over. She's falling backwards. Take after take, not making it. And at one point, she screamed, and so I left the scream in because she always said to me, she said, I can't scream as an actress. She had a scream in the house between at some point when her character was supposed to see an outro. She's like, I can't do it. I can't scream. And now I've got her screaming. It's where she falls off a bouncy platform. I don't know. Yeah. So if you're watching the episodes where Blanche is chasing her, through the bouncy house, and the music kind of gets quiet, you just hear Alicia scream. That really happened.
You could totally just do a blooper reel from that day, of all it takes of me attempting to cross this stupid, I don't even know what it was, and not being able to clear it, and especially after Austin, who's just agile and a freaking gazelle. He just leaps over everything, and then I'm I don't know, pulling a China shot, and it was just terrible. And I would say do a blooper reel of that, but I know you have a lot of footage of just my butt going up the thing, so I don't know that I want that either. But
that's right. So there was she had to do a steep climb up, to get to the top, to then go down the other side. And she just kind of hinged, and so you're filming expecting her to be going up, and it's just her butt. It's she's not moving. What's going on here? She's just stuck on this incline. Oh my gosh! So my image of Alicia as completely poised and elegant is completely gone after the.
You're a real professional, Alicia. Or just an friend. I'll take both.
Alicia, you do a great job. Fantastic job this season, though.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
She does.
I mean, she's not a huge stretch for me. She's I deal with really annoying, aggravating people on a daily basis. So, yeah.
Well, I love the camaraderie. That's the show's word, camaraderie. But when season is going between Elvis and Mark, it's so funny. You know, just the back and forth. I love it when she loses it with both of them, and she's like, this is about me, and then just kind of storms off. Heck with both of you. I don't want to deal with like 3 children.
Yeah. They don't even hear her.
That's the essence of the show right there.
Yeah.
the long-suffering season between these 2 crazy men.
Yes.
And with the eye twitch. Right?
Yeah.
Wearing her out.
Yep. No, that's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I wanted to share some different photos too, just from this season. So I'm going to bring them up, and here, 1 second here while I do that.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched the show.
Yes. Yeah. Spoiler.
That's all right. That'll make just people want to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that picture of me. I love my big bald head. So I'm gonna recreate that picture.
Shot.
Yes, my elfish. So like that was a shot that was like taken by accident. I thought like I love this, and it seems so like pensive and like something's happening. It's like I'm in a spotlight, but I'm downcast.
It's so moody and avant-garde.
It is.
Exactly.
I thought I have to use that, right?
But really, you're just
perfect.
going, what's wrong with my zipper?
Pretty much.
It probably was, yeah.
I was going to say it's really Elvis, though. It's such an Elvis moment.
It is. I think I was actually grappling with my wig because it was completely dark, and I had to like put my wig on and like rear up, and like I just couldn't get it on my head right at each time. So I think I was actually like fussing with the wig to try to put it on. But I thought I kind of love that picture. I don't know why.
It's a good one.
It reminds me of
it totally works.
or something. I don't know.
And then the second one is spam risk.
That's right. So that was the thumbnail that like I have like this app that helps me put it together. So like that was like it got like 100%. Like they said like that's the perfect thumbnail. I'm like really, but okay. But no, I do love it because it does have my hands in the correct position. That's Stephen Griffin who plays the deer lights, and I love the deer lights. He's the one who we comically administer CPR to at the beginning of that episode. That was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun. I was about to say that whole day filming everything in that.
Yeah, with the deer lights.
With the deer lights and that setting. John, we rented a condo uptown, Charlotte, and it was just a great day. Everything came together.
Yeah.
And Stephen and Molly are amazing and hysterical and wonderful to be with. They fell right in with our crew. So they might show up again.
Yeah, no, I gotta bring the deer lights back. So something else terrible will happen to them. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's cool stuff in that place. I liked when we were in front of the mirror, Elvis and season.
Yes,
that was a fun one to like figure out. With the mirror, working with mirrors is always fun with lights and cameras and stuff. I think that one turned out really well.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, I love that.
That was a really good setup.
That was like the core season and Elvis, I think, dialogue that set the tone for the whole season because she told him what a favor was.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That he had to do her a favor. Yeah.
Set him straight.
Right.
Oops.
Also, if you didn't look closely at Mr. Deerlight's shirt, I encourage you to do that.
Oh, in the episode, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's an Easter egg in there.
There's a little Easter egg in there, yeah, somewhere. That's right. Okay. And then the help desk. That's when we're ringing the bell. You see the The bell is prominently placed there. And that's where we were joined by Andrew Jenner, who played Gottlieb, who I think was just phenomenal playing that part.
He really delivered. He really stayed in character.
Yeah.
Most of the time he spent with us, which was a hoot.
Yeah.
And made it tons of fun.
Yes. He was great. Yeah. So he'd be talking to us with,
the accent.
Right, a Transylvanian accent or something through most.
I love that picture. I mean, that's jumping ahead from that scene, but from that episode, but there he is.
Okay, so this scene was also so much fun to film because it's a fight scene, and so we just had to keep going through these little like fight skits and John doing different camera angles, and then all the like movie magic so that it looked like he was lifting me or I'm being thrown or slid or whatever. And like John was so afraid that I was gonna hurt myself because I was just like throwing myself around his living room, jumping on the furniture and like acting like I was getting knocked around. It was so much fun.
Well, I mean, he did throw you across that cabinet. I mean, in the episode you see him slide across it, and he comes right at you at some point because he goes off it. I mean, Chris, he did all that. Yeah,
I do all my own stunts. So.
We can't afford stunt people, right? not yet, anyway. No, that was phenomenal that day, and that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show is the showdown. Yeah,
that was great.
Let's go down. There it is. Yeah. I love that thumbnail too.
That's such a great thumbnail. And I jumped ahead, but I
no, that's it. No, that's perfect. Yeah. And then so is this man a vampire? That one, Dimes is kissing Alicia's hand. John Dimes, I should say. We call him Dimes because he's also a John, so not to confuse.
Oh, right, sure.
Right, and so John Dimes is I think just incredible. Yeah. And in the first season, we were grappling the characters with a sort of intangible thing, the Phantom of Woodpire Mill. Not a person, not a personality. So, one of the things that was important for me this year was to have a real villain who was a personality that we all had something to play off of, as actors. And I knew we all knew he was going to be great because he's fantastic. But I mean, he exceeded, I thought he was, just phenomenal. I thought he brought menace and humor and.
Oh yeah.
I just thought he was great.
Personality. Yeah, definitely.
That water would make him melt.
Yeah, that's right. he didn't like going in the pool, John Dimes, if you're watching. He did not.
To be fair, it was holy water.
We have just a few other people that are joining us, so I just want to say hi to Deborah's out there. She's saying hello.
Hello.
And John Patterson is out there. He's saying, is the actor in He Got CPR profile a Canadian, or has he appeared in other Canadian productions in the past?
I don't think so. I
don't think he's Canadian.
He's not Canadian now. So I'm sure of that one. I'm not sure about the second part, but he's a very active player in Charlotte Theater here in North Carolina. So, for instance, I know he has been recently. I think he was in a production of Hamlet. We saw him in A Christmas Carol last year. Yeah. So he does a lot of acting in Charlotte Theater, and he is great. I mean, I think Stephen Griffin is really good.
Yeah, agreed.
He just playing oblivious on his phone and looking up, honey, hungry. Is it lunchtime?
In a Canadian production.
Yeah, he could have been. There's something that feels Canadian about him. In a good one. Yeah. That's right.
Nick McCarty's joining us from the UK.
Hey, Nick.
Hello. Welcome, Nick.
So great. Good to see everybody out there. Now, just to let everybody know again, John, in regards to streaming, so they can stream again where? Just for the newcomers.
So all 6 episodes of season 1 and the first 6, we're going to have a 7th coming out this Wednesday. But the second season, as is so far, they're all on YouTube. If you look up Abnormal Fixation, you'll find the channel there. We're also streaming the first season for free on Fossum. And we're also, if you go to Roku and you go under apps or Amazon under apps, there's an app called Abnormal Fixation. And our first seasons are there. And I don't want to throw YouTube under the bus because I love YouTube. And we've been doing great. But the apps and Fossum for the first season, they're superior quality in terms of how they look, in terms of like the compression and things like that. So it's like the first season probably at its best is on the app. It looks better. The colors are, the color grading comes through more than it does necessarily, I would say, on YouTube. So I would say, everybody, watch it on the app or watch it on Fossum, because it just
everywhere.
You watch it everywhere. Exactly. But right now the second season just on YouTube, and we are in 4K this year, which we were not last year. So I do think it looks better this year on YouTube than it did last year. But every now and then YouTube compresses it funny or something, and you get artifacts. Especially if you have scenes set in the dark, you get like these kind of blobby gray, circles or something. So paranormal, exactly. Phantom of Woodpire Mill coming back.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then jumping ahead, volatile. Oh man. I'm when it comes to pronunciation, I will butcher anything on this show, so I apologize. Volatile memory.
Volatile memory. Yes. So that was the episode like that. Just like I felt like our viewership was building like all season, but like that one just like took off. We've had over 500,000. I think over 525,000 views of that one.
That's awesome.
And you think, and Alicia was saying, any reason why that episode? And I say it's because Chris YouTube likes it when there's action at the beginning of an episode, because like that hooks the people and they stay, right? Yeah. So that's the one that starts with the battle between the cowboy and the vampire's familiar, right? Between Chris, Mark Missouri, and Gottlieb, Andrew Jenner. So I think somehow, maybe starting it out on that note, more people were sampling or staying. I don't know. Maybe it was just the thumbnail. I don't know what it was.
No, and that's a good point. But also too, because I don't want to say it's like a cliffhanger, but in essence, it is in a sense, because you're waiting for the next episode, and then the fact that it's starting out with the action, that probably kind of runs together with that, and it just helps to support that. So you're probably right about that, John.
Some people always say, well, if like the fifth episode is really successful, then what people are responding to was the fourth episode. So maybe the fourth episode was really good and more people were coming to check out the fifth one. I don't know, but it's like, wow. I was just thrilled with the reception that one got. I mean, we got all kinds of comments. The shorts that we clipped from it did really well. People seem to really like it. I mean, I think pound for pound, it's the most ridiculous one we've done. I mean, like that episode is bonkers and it never stops. It goes at like 65 miles an hour for the whole thing. Right? Is that how you guys feel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was in that one.
Do so.
Do so was ridiculous.
Do so.
Yeah.
Yes.
You topped yourself on that one.
Yes.
Well, Leslie did.
Yes. I'm gonna have Leslie use a puppet this year.
Yeah. She's great with the
Duso's brother is upstairs here.
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome.
He was fair.
That's right. Yeah, we had two puppets. Duso was almost a what is that one? A beaver or a squirrel? What is it?
This one is
Well, and then
The other
say so is like maybe a beaver or something.
Beaver, yeah. Duso's a skunk.
That's right.
The puppet therapy. Oh my God, I was wrong.
Well, it's based on an incident from my youth.
True. All of it is based on something from John.
Yeah, well, everything in the show is based on something from John's the Muir verse.
That's right. So
Yeah.
in fifth grade, like the first day of fifth grade, the teacher comes in and she has a puppet, and it's named Duso. And she said, Duso is going to be your friend all year long. The next day, Duso was gone and never returned. I was wondering, what happened to Duso? I was haunted by the disappearance of Duso. I was so excited. But that Duso was like a dolphin. He was like a little blue dolphin. And he would talk to us and say, Duso this, Duso that. And I was horrified when he, was like,
I almost thought, John, you would say the teacher was gone and Duso was still there.
Yeah, Duso did away with the teacher. Duso is secretly like a sociopath.
What was that? Cliff Robertson in the Twilight Zone with the
That's right. With the little marionette.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, not marionette. Ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Um,
I have a feeling Duso is going to return.
Yeah. So one of the clips that didn't make it in to the show, but which will be appearing soon, is Duso psychoanalyzing every character on the show. Alyssa interviewed Duso. At some point.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And yes, what do you think of Season? What do you think of Mark? What do you think of Elvis? What do you think of Bleeder? All that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So Duso will have his own talk shows.
The abnormal Duso.
That's
Fixation.
Duso Fixation. Oh no, I said that to Kathryn. I said, like, we were on a walk. I said, so should Duso come back, or is that like really like, doing the same joke again? I said, so we got to figure out something for Duso to really do.
Yeah, I think Duso is a deep well.
Yeah.
We can really plumb something.
That's right.
Anything with a puppet.
Well, Tony Mercer, when he was doing the sound edit, he finished up doing the Duso scene, and he texted me. He said, I've enjoyed that as much as I've enjoyed anything in a long time. So yeah, it's crazy.
That's great. And then the final, the last episode, Farewell.
Right. Yeah, and I'm so glad that everybody feels that one really came together, because as I was saying to the Martins, it would really stink if the last one dropped the ball, right? You build all that momentum and then it goes nowhere, and that happens sometimes in a serialized show. It's hard to stick a landing for a story that lasts like multiple weeks and people get invested in and things like that. And it's like, yeah, you don't want to drop the ball. So I'm glad that people have really responded to that one and like it. Okay.
No, it was really good. And the other thing too is, and I know you had posted about it, if when watching that episode and the story ends, make sure you watch past, the credits. Just, stay, keep watching, because it's cool.
Yeah, I love putting that together. Yeah,
that was one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's when Kathryn cries.
It makes me.
I was wondering. I was like, so Kathryn cried at some point during this episode. Let's figure out what to wear.
I did. Oh God!
That's because that ending credit music.
Right?
That's a great song.
It was
great. Yeah, that was
really works.
Something I found on Artlist. That's where we have a license through, and there's great music on there. And I found that song, and I thought it sounded like Pink. I think it's a good song.
I think it's a great song.
I would listen to that song on my Spotify. I was like, yeah, God, that was a good song.
Love this free music.
Yeah.
It was good.
No, it was really good. It said everything I wanted to say. Like if we had money, if we had like a lot of money, the song that would have been there was, although you don't like it, but I love it, and it would have been perfect to sort of punctuate the story. It would have been the never-ending story. The song.
Yes.
Like I think that would have been perfect. That because it's like this is the never-ending story of Season and Elvis and Mark, and I thought that would, but we can't afford a license, so that would be tens of thousands of dollars, yes. I'm sure. So sadly,
I know. Isn't it crazy? It's the limitations with that, but it totally worked though.
I was really happy when I found it. I thought, oh, this is great. So no, and people on Artlist, that music, there's some really great artists on there, and you sort of can't call them out, I think, or credit them, because it's just like a library of music. But like I think they should get get some credit for that, right? Outside of Artlist. Anyway.
And I wanted to show some more photos just from throughout the season.
Oh yeah. That's from the.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, here we go. Chris, you really liked that scene there. You were telling me that. The one.
Okay.
So
I feel like that scene where we're at the Sunstroke Ranch, and Mark is standing outside. Elvis comes and says hello, and then Season comes in with the news about Aaron, right? And then the scene kind of like devolves, and we had to take that scene so many times because we were out in the country and the neighbors next door were riding 4-wheelers and dirt bikes, and all you could hear was of the engines spinning up and like going and going. And then there were all these other little things. If it wasn't that, it was something else where we had to like film and then stop and then film some more and then stop. So we ended up taking that probably like 10 times or something to go through that scene. But because we did it so many times, it almost became like that was the scene where we got to practice like not only our lines but our interactions, and so we really got to hone it. So the final product was probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire show. I just felt like it was really well done in terms of the cinematography, the sound, the way the characters interacted, even some of the dialogue there was ad-libbed, because we'd just done it so many times and knew it, right? So it was kind of coming from the heart of who the character was and not necessarily what John had written. Right. But that scene turned out so well. It really did. Despite all the adversity we had to go through to actually get it done. So
that's the Stanley Kubrick approach to filmmaking. Do you want me to take that on, Chris? Which is like, you have to walk through a door. I'm going to make you do it 165 times.
Yeah.
So you don't know you're you anymore. Now you are the character. Walk through that door 165 times. That's
whatever works.
No. He's not paying us by the hour or anything.
We get paid in food, which I'm okay with. As long as I have a full belly, I'll keep acting.
But what I thought was really good about the scene, I mean, I thought everybody was great in it, but I was saying to Chris, like, I had another angle, but I never used it. It was an angle that was more on Chris and me, but I thought I just want to stay on Alicia the whole time. So the two of us are like in the corners of the frame, like this, and she's in the center, like my head is now. And so like, we're just like bickering and going at each other, and it's all on her, looking back and forth, watching as her sort of anger and upset grows and grows. I thought, I'm just going to keep it this and just like let that build the whole time instead of cutting away. And I really liked how that works, but I did wonder if people would say like, oh, we need another angle, but no one's
and no, it really did. Yeah. And that was the scene I think I was referencing earlier where where she's, giving the news, and then it's just that all that anger, the spewing starts, and then she's, really upset. It's like, it's not about you guys, it's about me in this moment. And I think it was, you just brought up a good point too, John, going back and forth. Sometimes that can get a little crazy too with the different angles. Yeah. So I think that it really just helps to center the moment, and everybody has the focus then in regards to concentrating on Season in that scene. So that, I think that totally worked.
I do too.
Yeah, I really like it. It was her moment.
Yeah.
And she ran with it. You did great, Alicia.
She did.
Our job was to support you. Our job was to bicker like idiots.
See, and that's the thing too. I mean, watching these episodes, I mean, it's very natural. I think you all do a great job with your portrayals. So it's especially it's, as you were saying earlier, being in the second season, becoming more comfortable with the characters, just because you own the characters now. You are the characters when you're portraying them, and it really does flow. So I think that it just works.
Oh, thank you, Roy. That is so nice.
Sherry's asking, Alicia and Chris, do you do theater?
Go first.
I don't. No. No, I don't.
but she was cast and is in a horror movie that's coming out at some point. It's called Episode 12.
It is called Episode 12. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We actually got to do a screening of that here in our neighborhood, because the director lives here in our neighborhood, and we did a screening over at his house, and it was really, really well done. Like, highly recommend that you guys go check that out whenever it gets released.
Yeah, it's a found footage type.
Like
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
It's more of suspense than it is horror. Yeah.
Is it going to be released this year, do you think, or in 26, or?
It should be this year.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he actually got accepted to a few film festivals as well, so it'll be out there.
Okay, very cool.
Well,
in fact, if you want to come, if you like, when it gets released, you're welcome to come on the show, talk about it.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Were you playing a psychic? That's how you and Roy met. I share.
Oh,
Yeah, we met in the theater. Yeah,
that is nice.
Lovely.
But Chris is like an accomplished dancer.
Yeah. So Sherry, I did. I was a dancer for 19 years, like tap, ballet, jazz, hip hop, break dancing, like you name it. And because of that, I was in theater like from elementary school all the way up through college. So every school play that came through, and then I did Raleigh Little Theater out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and I did a few other things. So I used to do a lot of performing growing up. So acting, singing, dancing, all of it. And then like I kind of just quit like all of it. Like when I quit at one point just because I just got burnt out. I got tired of all of it. And I switched my major in college and got a business degree. And since then, I've been in the kind of, business world and haven't done any of it. No dancing, singing, acting, anything. So
you did kid stuff and things like that.
Yeah, like stuff at my church, getting on stage to teach kids, just fun stuff like that. But I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like a muscle, right? Like if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So I used to be able to do all the singing and dancing and acting, and now I can't anymore. So when I watch myself after filming with John, I'm hypercritical of it, just oh God, that was terrible, John.
I think everybody is like that though. I think that's really natural, and I think that's why a lot of people don't even watch their stuff.
Yeah. But I think it's just because I know what I used to be able to do, and I can't. I can't do any of that anymore. It's even the little bit of acting that I'm doing on Abnormal Fixation, I'm looking at it just going, I used to be able to do so much better than that.
Chris, you're too critical.
You're
too
Chris,
self-critical.
you do an amazing job.
Agreed.
I crack up every time he does that line about when Alyssa says, "But Mark, you can't kill a familiar," and he says, "There ain't nothing familiar about it." I don't know the guy. I don't know the fella. I crack up. I mean, I've seen it a million times. I crack up every time when I see you do that, Chris. I think that's just
I just enjoy myself. It's fun. John, I appreciate you having me in the show.
Wow. I wouldn't have it any other way. Don't try to leave, because then I really will hunt you down and stuff.
We'll get
No
to you after.
No one else can do what you all do. That's
That's true.
You are Abnormal Fixation.
Let's see. Oh,
Back. Oh yeah, there's
Oh gosh, the date.
the date.
Mhm.
The cringy date. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
That was the Professor's sack.
Mhm.
And see, we're on the set of Abnormal
That's
Fixation
right.
right
yeah.
now.
It is in real life.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I
Corey's
think I've
great.
seen that's
Yeah,
great.
Corey is amazing as the professor.
Yeah, and Corey is a stand-up comedian. So
Yes.
he is
Really?
a regular performer
Yes.
and has his own podcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he
a creative all around.
right, absolutely.
And his wife Megan is a
Yeah,
photographer.
and she was Blanche Butterfly,
She's
the
Blanche, so thank you.
1920s vampire, and
Yeah.
she was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was fantastic.
Playing the
All
OCD
these
character.
talented
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. But this year we thought we're going to put the professor in all these kind of different costumes. So that's what
That one is ridiculous.
yeah, that one is ridiculous. And Corey was game for us. It's
He was.
every time you see the professor, I wanted you to think he was on some ridiculous undercover case, and he just came right from that case to this, and so he's dressed in these bizarre outfits. He's wearing a fez in one scene.
Yeah.
And, he's got his little fanny pack there, which has his sack in it and stuff. He had
MC
MC Hammer in one scene.
It was
Yeah,
a little 80s retro look.
yeah.
that one.
And he just went for it. So
He did.
He looks like he's having fun too. I mean, he plays it very like cool, and he's just
he did a great job. So some of his run on like Angry Vampire Birds is one of my favorites that he did. I think that's really funny.
Yes. That was great.
Yeah.
And then
Oh gosh,
that was so much fun. I was cracking.
So like this is the scene. I think Roy, last time I was here, I said like I can never be embarrassed about anything I do ever again because I wore that outfit and that hat.
That's embarrassing.
You know, and I had to be next to Chris, who's doing push-ups one armed.
I know, it was great.
And doing all that, and it's I thought, well, if I can get through this, I can get through anything without embarrassment.
Truth be told, John, I'm in New Jersey, which but my my grandparents, my mom's parents, they lived in New York in Astoria, Queens.
Okay.
And on Sundays, when I was growing up, we lived very close to New York City. We're in Wallington, New Jersey, next to Garfield, Passaic, in that area. And we'd go to New York every Sunday, and we would go to Astoria Park. And my dad would go there, and there would be a lot of different folks that would be there. It was almost like a group of people. In fact, my grandfather would take me to play tennis and stuff, and my dad would like to play softball down there. And there were probably like maybe a group of 8 people, and honestly, they were thinking back, these 8 people could have been like characters like in out of something. There was one guy that and they used to call him Harry the Hat, and he had a hat very, not exactly like that, but very similar, and just had that sort of like, and this is in the 70s, that like 70s retro look going on, and it so much reminded me of when Elvis is wearing that.
I tried very hard to give that outfit to Chris, and he wouldn't take
I was about to say that. John tried to give me that outfit.
Do you want this, Chris? Because I can't imagine I would ever wear this again. But I do still have it. Oh my gosh, that's just that's crazy. But
so
that's what I love about Elvis. I mean, he wouldn't be embarrassed. He would, he would.
No, there's no line with Elvis.
No.
Yes, exactly. There's nothing he can do to embarrass himself. Well, I mean, he doesn't get embarrassed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He embarrassed. Oh my gosh. I love it.
Yeah, Alicia, how was the Sensate Focus? What was that really like for you? Having John Muir's sticky fingers all in your face.
I walked it out, Kathryn.
So going back to the 70s, Roy, do you remember there was a movie with Diane Cannon and Elliot Gould and Robert Culp and Bob, Ted, Carol, and Alice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So some weekend randomly we watched it, and there was done completely seriously and straight, a Sensate therapy scene.
Right. Where they had to blindly feel each other's essence and become in tune with one another. And we thought it was hysterical.
And I said, that wasn't in the script. So I surprised Alicia that day. She's like, what are we doing? I said, you just have to close your eyes and let me feel your face.
Like, babe, John's thinking of ways to touch me.
And I loved it. I mean, that's so ridiculous.
It was not meant to be funny, but it was a great laugh.
In the movie it was. But we meant it to be.
Yes. But Carol said no. Yeah.
Gosh, who was the 4th person? It's Diane Cannon, Elliot Gould, Robert Culp, and who was the other?
Was it Natalie? No, it wasn't.
Was it? Yes. Natalie Wood, yes.
Roy.
Yeah.
Memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was like 1978.
It was a great movie.
It's the movie where that song, "What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love." You know that song? That was from that movie, right?
Yeah. I think so.
And they were all doing Sensate therapy.
Yeah, it was really.
What's hysterical? This is kind of bizarre. Now, John, are you aware of like Chiller Theater that takes place in New Jersey? It's almost like an underground show type.
Yes, I was scared to death of Chiller Theater when I was a kid.
Yes, and it's based on that with Zachary.
Okay, yeah.
And everything. So Diane Cannon is going to be there in the end of April. And
Oh, really?
Wow.
yeah, and I just came across that like yesterday, so that's kind of really bizarre. So now I have
if you see her do some sensitivity, you'll be arrested. Roy got arrested. John Muir told me I should do this.
Episode 304, Roy in jail.
Right, from prison, coming straight.
It's funny. I broadcast the show through a drive-through once because we lost power. So I thought, you know what? I went to the local Starbucks and I tapped into their Wi-Fi, and then I brought my laptop, and Ross and I did the show from there. And then I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through the drive-through while I'm broadcasting.
Order?
And I did order. Yes.
Hold on, everybody. I'd like my coffee.
Yes,
that's right.
We were doing Silent Running. That was the movie.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah. Bruce Stern. But anyway, so yeah. Going from Starbucks to prison.
I hope not, Roy. Sherry might have something to say about that.
She's knocking on the door as we speak now. I'm just kidding. But that was a great scene. Now, this scene, you told me that this is going to be coming up is it episode 7?
Yes. So episode 7 is called Der Geist. And it's about, so I don't know if I should tell you, but okay. So we're investigating a church where something terrible has happened. It's called the Church of the Final Truth. And it's sort of, even though it's part of the second season, obviously it's after like the main story. So it's sort of a standalone. So we're dealing with like some of the fallout of what happened during, the main part of the season, that, there's decisions Elvis made and that Season made and Mark made and all that. And, so we're all in this confined space when investigating what happened in this church to a wedding party. Bleeder's at home, like giving us information while we investigate, and then something happens and we become trapped in the church, either by something paranormal or not paranormal. So always right. That's always But like it was great to film in there. For me, that was an amazing day. That was the most I feel like shooting like an independent or low budget movie. I don't know. Did you guys feel that way? Because we did shoot it pretty much in sequence. It was just one story. We weren't doing pieces of stories. Did you think that, Chris? Did you feel like that was like filming like a sort of a movie on its own?
I mean, yeah. Well, it felt like yes, because I think with Abnormal Fixation, it's like almost like a continuation, right? And this is a standalone episode. It's a start to finish story, like its own self-contained episode, right? Because it's got a beginning, a middle, like there's a conflict, there's an end and a resolution. Like it's definitely like a full. I mean, I agree with you, John. For those reasons.
And it was fun. Alicia, did you have fun doing it?
I liked filming that episode a lot, and what I've seen of the episode looks great. And I think it was also just there's something nice about as you were saying, it was a lot more linear the way that we filmed it, and so it just helped with the flow and like knowing where your character's head was at the whole time. You know what I mean? Like you didn't have to reset and refocus. It was easier.
One thing that I like that you did a lot, I'm not going to ruin anything, but there's a plot device that John puts in there that really helps you to get to know each of the characters better and really develops them more. So if you want to know more about each of the characters, definitely watch this episode.
I really like this one. And oddly enough, this was the first one I cut together, although it's been like we've worked on it since, but since we finished it in basically one day, and the first block of filming, like I couldn't edit any of the rest of the season too. So that was like the first one I got to edit together. I was like, dang, this is good. I hope the rest of the seasons is good. But we've been building on it ever since. Like I was still revising it as of yesterday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You completed filming it was it last summer for?
Yes. Yeah. And we did like one block in June and one in July. and this was like the last day in June that we were together. But like it was maybe a 30-page script, and we did it all in one day.
Wow.
So not the bleeder stuff, to be perfectly honest. The bleeder talking head stuff was when we had Jim at another time. So like the bleeder stuff is kind of sad. So we didn't really do 30 pages. Maybe we did 26, 25, something like that. But still, yeah.
Yeah, we had to. I mean, we kind of ran out of time there at the end, right? So you had to end up cutting some stuff from that episode. But like the other thing that I remember is like by the end of that day, it was like super hot in there, and like we were in there all day just filming, we were just knocking it out, trying to rush at the end to get everything done. And by the time we were like done filming, all of us, I think, were just spent, right? And so then all of a sudden, there's this classic slapstick like scene like of. We had quit filming, we're trying to break down, and we're all trying to get everybody together to figure out what we're doing next. And so one person goes out the front door, another person goes out the back door of the church, and they walk around the building and they're like, hey, where's this other person? We're like, oh, they just went out. And so they go out the back door. The person walking around the side comes in the front. They were like, I'm looking for John. Where did John go? We're like, John just went out the back door looking for you. And it's like, and this happened. This went on for like 15 minutes. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Of people going out and coming in looking for each other, and like they were like, "Where are they?" Like, stay still. We ended up grabbing people and going, like, holding on to them physically, like going, "Stay here, don't move." Right, and then someone having to make a lap around this entire church on the outside, just pulling people in so we could get them. Dude, it was like
I thought I was going to lose my mind. I really did.
We were stressing out, and in retrospect, we were just laughing our heads off about the whole situation because it wasn't planned. It was like I wish someone had been filming that, John. Like, that would have been like perfect for Abnormal Fixation.
It sounds very on point for Abnormal Fixation. Now, all my wonderful actors and friends can disagree with me, but I'm usually pretty even keeled when we're doing this. I don't tend to. I'm not a temperamental person, I don't think, when we're doing this. And like I was just like raging at the end of it.
Rightfully so. And so was Tony. Tony was like, oh my God. Like
well, because it was like I went out the door to find Tony. He went out to the front. And then Rachel was like, I've got to go find John. And then she went out, right? Yeah. And so like at some point it was just this complete carousel of people going in and out of the church, not being able to find each other.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Somebody John just commented. He said, as much as some make a joke of web-based serial productions, this is definitely the future. It will evolve favorably simply because people will seek out real interactions of one human to another.
Thank you for saying that, John.
Very nice.
I think that's true. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I like doing this so much. For me, Abnormal Fixation is a story that's very human. I think that all the characters are so individual,
flawed, realistic.
Yeah, even though crazy things happen to them.
Are they realistic? I can't believe I said that, but
I
know, right? Are they realistic?
They're realistic in a way.
The way they relate to one another.
I will say too, and John, I don't want to speak for you. Like, you are a writer, or producer, or director. You are like the decision maker and the way this show goes. But I will say that like John is really, really great about taking feedback and constructive criticism. And so like when people like even outside, like my family members have watched the show and went, oh my gosh, it would be so cool if blah, blah, blah happened in the show. And John's like, that's great. And then he like starts writing stuff in related to that, or like creating the scene so that thing can happen. And so like, so John Patterson, like to your point, right? Like, because it's a web series and because this is ongoing, like, people put comments in or they send suggestions in, and it's like you guys have the abilities to some extent to shape the show a little bit, because we go, oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea, and then it just kind of blossoms from there. And so like, again, John, I'm not like I'm not committing you to anything, but like, we love our fans and we love when people make suggestions and give us comments and feedback. So all of you guys out there in TV land, like, please keep leaving comments and sending us, feedback on the show.
And, at my job, I mean, I'll do something and, I have a coworker who says, you're having an Elvis Bragg moment. I say, I am. I mean, because most of this stuff is based on something that's happened to one of us or all of us. I mean, some of the stuff. Well, I mean, Chris and Alicia can tell you chapter and verse about this, but I love to I'm really interested in other people and like their foibles and things that they're doing. So like I get to know Chris and I get to know Alicia, and then they'll do something that I'm really interested in that they're doing, and then that comes out in the scripts, right? Don't you think that's yeah?
Oh, for better or for worse. Because sometimes we're like, no, John, we don't want to put that out there.
Oh, it's going out there. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I pointed a lot at me because a lot of things that have happened with Elvis are things that happened to me. In fact, the gag in the first season about Elvis with the toilet paper coming out of his back pants.
You had it on your shoe in real life, though.
No.
Oh.
No. It was at one of the conventions I went to. I put toilet paper on the seat of the toilet. Yeah.
We're learning so much about you, John.
Right. So I went to the bathroom. I put down the toilet paper on the seat because I don't want to put my butt on the toilet. and I guess like a piece of it got stuck. So I walked out, and Kathryn comes up behind me, she pulls it out. Like, oh my gosh, that's a great gag.
But you know what though? That's something that would happen to somebody, right? And that's the human element. And a lot of times when you're watching these shows and everything, it's like, okay, these people are like so perfect. It's like it's not real. It's not realistic. I mean,
you can never use Elvis Bragg of being perfect, or anyone in the show, really.
Oh boy, that wasn't at the Space 1999 convention, was it, John?
It was. It was at the Main Mission convention in Manhattan in 2000.
Oh my God, I was joking. Yeah,
it was. And I can't remember if that was the same incident where Richard Hatch started talking to me at the urinal. I was like, oh my God.
I just need to go to the bathroom.
My shy, you can't talk to me, my shy bladder. He's like, are you John Muir? Did you write that Battlestar Galactica?
Another time you guys are like peeing next to each other and you go, hey, how you doing?
Oh, it's just a generator. That's right. I've now really, see, I told you I can't get embarrassed by it anymore.
How about those Eagles? Or how about those Giants, I should say, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh God, yeah, that's funny. I just have a few more photos I wanted to share too.
It's Jess and it's Kira and Bleeder. So how did all the new characters land for you, Roy, this year? All the new people we added.
I thought they were fun. I thought they were. I liked their personas, especially the one, and I forget the character's name, so I apologize. Where she gets nervous and then she can't see.
That's
Yeah.
Jess did a great job with her.
Yeah.
And you're trying to talk her through to get out of the building and everything, and you're in the car. Elvis is in the car and he's working to try to get her out there, and it was just. And then also now, is this the professor in real life? The professor's wife, was that the character that was the vampire?
Yes.
That was allergic to the peanut butter. I'll just say further than that. She did a great job too with that.
She was phenomenal.
She just really took that on. And, again, just to reinforce what Chris said about like everybody kind of contributes ideas. She was an OCD vampire. That was in the script. But when we got to the bouncy house there was that notice that said, take off your shoes. You can only wear socks. That was her idea to stop and take off her shoes and do that. She was so in character. It was great. I don't think I would have thought to do that. It wasn't in my head, but she did. I thought, I love that. That's like just the note we need to make this more than a sort of routine, action scene in the bouncy house. So yeah, she's great.
Yes.
And we're going to get her back as a different character next year because she's so good.
It's not her. It's someone completely different.
That's right.
And let me see here. And Dr. Carol.
She'll be back.
Yeah, I love Leslie. She just does.
Yes.
She just goes into her own space with Dr. Carol. Like I can write on the page, but I can never anticipate what Leslie will end up doing.
She ran with the props.
Oh, she did.
I mean,
You know,
that was all out of her.
She wanted to puppet him. You see, there's this little wire that Joel, she's like, I need to be able to really puppet him. And so Joel had this wire so you can, you know.
Thank you. Do so. I love you too.
No, she's great. She's really great. Yeah.
She's in theater.
Yeah, she does theater and dance.
And teaches.
Right. Yeah. She's phenomenal.
Yeah. She's amazing.
And
oh yeah, there we go. And there's Austin.
Yep. So Austin, Chris and Alicia's eldest son. He's amazing. I thought he did a great job. I think he has a lot of presence.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So you know, can I say he'll be coming back? You'll see him again.
Oh, he looks
like he's right during a growth spurt. So like he looks completely different now than he does in this. And this wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
We saw him last night. I'm like, dude, you look completely different than the last time I saw you. Is that good or bad? I said, I mean, it's good and bad, I guess. It's good because you look great. It's bad because like you're growing up too fast. But yeah. But then on the left, that picture, like I want to call out Tony's amazing lighting. You know, that's just like a flat wall, and he did this kind of light to get trick there to give it some life. So it's not just them against a flat background.
You know what that reminds me of? When in Star Trek, the original series, they would use when lighting in the different areas, they would almost, I forget what the device was called, but they would use it so that it would give like the shadows in the image, and it has that in the background. That really, really works well. Very nice.
I love that. Tony was just, firing on all thrusters. Just you're thinking about stuff like that to do to liven. Sorry, our cat's opening up the pantry. To shut the door. You see the door opening by itself back there?
I thought Marblehead was going to sneak in because she was meowing on the outside of the door.
But yeah, Tony, did all this different kind of stuff like this to make the show more visual, and that was one of his notes to me when we got together to plan the second season. So let's not always have people sitting so much, although we will sometimes, and let's try to make it more visual and dynamic than it was the first year. And I think thanks to his ingenuity, it is. So that's great.
Yeah, that definitely comes through. And then
one of my all-time favorite shots. I made Kathryn stop the car so I could get out and film that.
It's in Virginia.
It's in Virginia.
Is it really? I thought you made that just for the show.
No, it's a real road.
It's a real road.
It's Route 666.
Yes.
Wow.
Rural Virginia.
Rural. Was it Deltaville, Virginia?
It's on the way to Deltaville, Virginia.
I said, I have got to get out of the car.
We've been passing by it for years.
I got to film that.
Wanted to include it. Yeah, that's a real one.
And I love that.
Alyssa's movie poster.
Yeah, that's right.
Culture of Shame. When yogurt goes bad.
When yogurt goes bad.
From the director of That's Not My Soup.
Classic stuff.
Yeah. Oh God.
And I just want to say, Abnormal Fixation has been winning a lot of awards. So congrats to everyone in regards to that. It's a wonderful achievement.
Very proud. Very proud. Alicia and Chris have won awards, and Kathryn won an award for Best Producer, and we've won, Best Screenplay, Best Sound Design, Best Directing. I got Best Comedy Actor, which is crazy. It was something. I remember what it was, but it was Best Comedy Actor. I remember what festival it was. I was like, yeah.
Of course. One more. So no, congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, it's just amazing. I'm just so gratified and happy that we've been received so warmly, by audiences and on the film festival circuit. It's just so nice.
Yeah.
Everyone's been wonderful.
And the best part of it is you're doing it and you're having fun, and that's the other piece that goes. And it's very family. You have your community, which is like a family, as Chris was saying earlier, and you saying, which is great.
We were just saying that last night when we were driving home from the Martins. We said they're like our family.
Yeah.
Or we're like their family or something. And there's a line about family in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, there is. That's right. And when Mark says that to Dracula.
That's right.
Yeah. It was very appropriate. John commented, he said, I would love to see a web-based horror space spoof in the vein of Hot, Wet American Summer, the series, not the movie. Probably the best satire produced in the last 30 years.
Gosh, I remember the movie, but I have to admit, I didn't know there was a series. I mean, that's interesting because, our North Star has been, always the Christopher Guest movies like Best in Show and A Mighty Wind and Waiting for Guffman and also, Spinal Tap to some degree. That's like, to me, that's always like the quintessential thing. But Wet Hot American Summer is in that milieu too. But I have to admit, I'm not familiar with the series. But the movie was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
So in regards to the next episode, that'll be released. That's going to be episode 7. Just to remind everybody, that'll be this coming Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I always drop it at 4:30 a.m. because we do have a significant international audience. So I can look through the analytics and we're really popular in Japan.
Yeah, we're big in Japan.
Like Spinal Tap. And we also have an audience in Australia and Israel and a couple other places.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's like, okay, I want them to be able to enjoy it too. And Mexico, we have a huge audience in Mexico. So I'm looking for like a Telenuevo or something like that, which is great.
Yes.
And then you said that in regards to for the final episode of the second season, that's going to be probably maybe in about 3-4 weeks from now.
It could be a month, maybe even 2 months. It's a flashback episode that takes place between season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
And so we thought, it might be better to bring instead of like not having a new episode till next Valentine's Day, that we have something that comes up, a little bit later. And right. As Tony was saying to me, he said it's not like it's part of the immediate story, so it's like you don't lose anything by waiting a little bit.
Yeah.
So
it'll be a standalone then, which
it's a standalone story and it's ridiculous.
It was a lot of fun to film as well.
Yes. Well, Chris has a significant plot line in that one. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's bizarre. But parts of it are set at a paranormal convention.
Oh,
yeah, Yeti Fest.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it's called Monstrous Mary. I won't spoil it. It's also based on a real story. I don't know what to say. It's based on a.
Is it a legend?
No, it's
not a legend, but it's not. I guess it is an urban legend, but it was a real urban legend.
Well, no, it's a real historical event. It's like we're in a Christopher Guest movie right now.
Yeah,
but
this event that happened was real.
Yeah.
So
for all of you out there in TV land, go look up Monstrous Mary before you watch this episode.
Oh no, you don't have to. Wait, just wait. Watch the episode. You can learn about it here.
Wait, so what's that, Alicia?
I said I'm sure Season or Bleeder explains it perfectly well. So
they do. No, but it's
a
dark chapter in American history and a strange one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Partial spoiler.
And it's ridiculous too.
It is ridiculous.
So what we'll do is I'm just going to wind down. I'm going to go to the shout out portion of the show. And then when we come back, one thing I wanted to do is today is William Shatner's birthday. So I thought what we could do is we could raise a toast to William Shatner when we come back after I do the shout outs. And I'll go through those relatively quickly. And folks, if you have any last minute comments too, when we do come back from the shout outs, please be sure to post them into the comment section, and then we'll wrap up. So first, I just want to give a shout out to Mike and Mary Beth for Sci-Fi Distilled. They are on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and they cover movies and television of the 80s, 90s, and beyond. They're not sure what they're doing this Wednesday, so check them out. That's at 7 p.m. And then also want to give a shout out to my friend Bill Scorado for Country Gate Players. We were talking about Cherry and myself. That's where we actually met through the Playhouse in Country Gate, which is in Belvedere, New Jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, and Bill's website, he's got two websites he has for the Playhouse. It's www.countrygate.org. And then also he has his personal website, which is www.billscorado.com. And their next show is going to be The Miracle Worker. And that's going to be two weekends, April 18th and 19th, and April 25th and 26th. In fact, I just saw Bill yesterday. He was in a senior production of Fiddler on the Roof, and he played Modal. So it was fun to see. And it was a shortened version of the show because it was a senior version, but they did that up in the Poconos. And,
Alicia loves that show, right, Alicia?
I love Fiddler. It's like one of my favorites. Yes.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Shari was actually in that. She played the daughter, Seidel, and then she also played the wife. The name's going right out. I was talking about names earlier with John and Kathryn. It's like just went right out.
Goldie.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Also, want to give a shout out to Captain Phil's Planet, WUSB 90.1 FM, Stony Brook, New York. Captain's schedule is on Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and he's also on Fridays from 10 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, but not on the fourth Friday of the month. So definitely check out Captain Phil's Planet. And also, Abnormal Fixation. Again, dropped the 6th episode last Wednesday, which was March 18th, 2026. Firewall Farewell. And whoops, hang on one second. My computer just froze. Sorry about that. And so definitely check out Abnormal Fixation this coming Wednesday. As John was saying, 4:30 a.m. he drops the episode, and it's going to be March 25th, and that will be episode number 7. And John, I'm sorry, what is the episode title again?
Der Geist. which means the ghost, right? Yeah.
And just a reminder for folks, Warren, Friedrich, and I have been doing the Space 1999. This episode, we've been critiquing each of the episodes. We did season 1 last year. We're going through season 2 right now. The last episode we did was the Tabor, which was episode 6, and that was back on March 1st. We will be coming back to continue that, and that will be sometime in the beginning of April. So just mark your calendars for that. And also in regards to Space 1999, Manchester 1999 is going to be coming. That will be September 11th, 12th, and 13th in Manchester, England, in the UK. Scheduled guests, Nick Tate, Anton Phillips, Suzanne Heimer-Peterson, Carolyn Seymour, and there will also be other guests as well. So definitely mark your calendars for that. And in regards to Star Trek, the original series, it's going to be celebrating its 60th anniversary. And William Shatner will be returning to the set tour. That's going to be from June 25th to the 28th. And for information about that, you can go to www.startrektour.com. And there's going to be a lot of scheduled guests there as well. So definitely check out the website in regards to that.
Road trip.
Yeah, absolutely. John, everybody, John, Kathryn, Alicia, Chris, you would love it. I think if you're, especially if you're a Star Trek fan, the sets up there are amazing, and it's just like being on the Enterprise back between 1966 and 1969. It's really cool. I want to give a shout out to my son Ryan. The website that he has is www.runbyryan.com. He is an online run coaching service provider, and he's very passionate about his running. In fact, he was just in the New York City Marathon last year. He came in 161 out of over 50,000. And he's going to be running in the London Marathon next month. So I'm really proud of him. And yeah, like I said, he's very, very passionate about that. So that's coming up. And shout out to my friend and my co-host, Ross Amico. Ross wanted me to say hi to everybody. And unfortunately, he couldn't be here today. Ross has 3 shows that he does that are on the weekends, starting on Fridays, Picture Perfect, which is on at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Saturday, he does Sweetness and Light. It's 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and then also The Lost Chord, which is on at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And where you can tune into this is at kwax.uoregon.edu. And definitely check him out. Ross is very passionate about his music, and he's been in radio for over 30 years. So, and classical music is his thing. And in regards to that, Ross and I will be back this coming Friday, which is going to be our episode 299th episode. And we are going to be doing the episode in regards celebrating William Shatner's 95th birthday and what would have been Leonard Nimoy's 95th birth date this coming March 26th. And we are going to discuss our favorite Kirk and Spock episodes from Star Trek. So we're going to be doing that this coming Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then the big one's coming. This show actually premiered back on Friday, April 3rd of 2020. And that's going to be the 6th-year anniversary date of the show. We're not going to be broadcasting live on that day because it's Good Friday. It's Easter weekend. So what we are going to do is we are going to do a tape show, at least a portion, and we will do a small celebration on that day. And it will be actually our 300th episode. So it all timed out well. So yeah, 6 years. It's kind of crazy. And it all started during the heart of COVID. And yeah, we're still going strong. So very happy about that.
Congratulations.
No, thank you. I can't believe that's 6 years already though. And to think that COVID was 6 years ago, that's just so with that, I want to go back, and as I was saying, I wanted to just take a moment because William Shatner's birthday is actually today, and it's crazy to think that he's 95 today. God bless him.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's done a lot of stuff, and yeah, so just wanted to raise a toast to William Shatner.
Cheers.
Cheers.
5 more. The hero of my youth, the man I always wanted to be.
Yeah, Star Trek. I mean, yeah, there's been so many incarnations, but that original series is close to my heart. That's
me too.
Yeah, exactly. Although I have to say, I do like Star Trek: The Next Generation as well too. But
absolutely.
But anyway, I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to come on. The time always goes fast when you're on the show. And Kathryn, thank you for joining us this time.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So I definitely want to have you all back again, and we'll definitely talk about the show, and then the 3rd season will be coming up. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. The fans are loving it. I'm loving it. Shari's loving it. So we're just really happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Roy, thank you for having us on.
It was a lot of fun, as always.
Thank you. And I always like to say to everyone, live long.
Live long and prosper. Peace and love.